Hi, my name is Marie Drasic. I'm 19 years old and I'm a Pisces. I have 3 sisters, one of which is my twin sister. I grew up in a home where creativity was advised, fostered, and rewarded. It was a realistic creative space, if that makes any sense. Mom is an artist, Dad is a tech geek, and being raised by both meant that we were always encouraged to express ourselves, to seek out the other in the ordinary. I began reading at an extremely young age. First, Mom read aloud, and when I was old enough to finally understand the words, we began visiting the library. It was here I would discover the story that changed my life, Junie Jones. The character Barbara Park created is the first I remember adoring. I knew I wanted to make people feel the way I felt when reading her stories. And while I eventually grew out of them, I never forgot the feeling she gave me. Now, years later, I still very much enjoy the adventure, the emotional, the stories of discovery. However, gone are the days of Nancy Drew, Girl Detective. The books I keep are nestled in between hardcovers of the Raven Cycle and well-loved editions of any Stephanie Perkins book. The only difference is the words are bigger and the plot is better, but the stories are the same. As I increased in age, my love of books increased alongside me. Suddenly I owned shelves of stories and a sense of purpose. I found something I could love forever. Reading gave me a normality reality didn't, and because of that I learned most life lessons through literature. With stories, I felt like a normal kid. I was comfortable and I had characters that I related to, ones that seemed to think and feel just like me. With books, I was a part of something bigger. After finding solace in story form, I quickly began writing for myself. I was a storyteller. It didn't last long. After a traumatic year of being marked worthless in my writing, I ended up swearing off storytelling and losing a friend. I didn't write again until my junior year of high school, when I was asked to write a script for a movie that was never finished. During this time was when my love of movies first began to grow. I wasn't writing, so I needed to get my fix elsewhere. Film gave me that. And with the purchase of my first camera, I started documenting my life. I filmed shorts, sketches, and just talked to the camera. I got invested in the concept of visual storytelling. I remember watching Dead Poets Society alone one night and crying. I knew I wanted to make others feel the way that movie made me feel. Just like with Junie Jones, I wanted to tell stories like that. I just didn't know how. Come junior year, I would restart my journal, make a feature-length film, and build a brand I carry with me to this day. Reading defined who I was as a human being. It's something I continue to love deeply. There's nothing more exhilarating than the moment when you're reading a book and you have to just stop and bite your lip and squeal or sigh or close your eyes and wrinkle your nose and forehead and press the book against your heart and just sit there in an attempt to soak up the gorgeous literature via osmosis. That's my favorite part of reading. There is nothing better than when you accidentally come across a book that totally blows you away and it makes you feel that warm and full feeling that only books can give you. It's why reading matters. People read for a lot of reasons, but for me personally, the ones that resonate the most with me are escapism. You know, that weightless, lovely feeling of being able to travel to a different world and meet different people and go on their adventures with them. And heart. I love when books have a lot of heart. When characters feel so real and I feel so connected to them that they exist not only within the pages of their book, but also within me. From that first Barbara Park book to whatever novel I've grabbed off my shelf, reading has always been a constant in my life. I'm a sum of the stories I've encountered, and I wouldn't have it any other way.